Hey everybody, welcome to TalkNThrash. I am a man of my word, universal cat, partially healed, kinda saved. I love you and I love your mama. Some of you might know that right now I am injured, fractured my ankle on Sunday. Not gonna stop me from going live. Shout out to Gamma Phi Chi fraternity, non-collegiate Greek fraternity, men of character, men of standard, and we honor brotherhood. Shout out to the brothers of Goodfellas in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And shout out to everybody that is in Aquarius right now. I'm sad that y'all wasn't born earlier so y'all could be Capricorn like me. 45 has been a really good week and a half. Fun, awareing, alarming. Can't do what we used to do. Can't move like we used to do. But I'm going to still give myself a rose just for fighting through the pain. Speaking of pain, do you fear pain? Do you feel like pain can take you out? With pain comes fear. We fear the pain that we haven't res- gone through yet. And then I want to talk about fear. Can your fear take you out? The thing you fear, have you ever thought about facing it? Like, what happens if you're in that room, just you and your fear? Are you going to face it? Are you going to be strategic about attacking it? Or are you going to let it get the best of you? Sunday, I kind of let my fear get the best of me. I literally could have died. I cut my wrist right above, my hand right above my wrist line. Didn't even know I was bleeding. I've had help and support with my mobility, which is great. I thank everybody for that. The person, they know who they are. But I really want to say that I cannot let the littlest thing that fears me take me out. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be more fear. Once you conquer one fear, here comes another one. Once you get through one obstacle, here comes another one. Sometimes what doesn't kill you make you stronger, but what you fear makes you stronger. What you fear keeps you moving. And you say, you know what? I've went through that before. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing that could happen. Sometimes we have to just stop and calm down and think about our next move. You know, when I was driving to see one of my best friends, my sister, for my birthday, the day after my birthday on Saturday, the weather was really bad in Iowa. It was low visibility, windy, super cold, and snowing. And all I could think about was, I got to get there. I got to get there to finish this birthday weekend. I have to get there. And I was really afraid because I had not been ever driving in that type of weather. Usually, that kind of weather, I just lay low, keep it cute, stay at home, make a pizza, drink some wine, whatever. Speaking of wine, my drink of choice right now is water. So I was driving and I realized that I had a lot of fear. All I thought about was a pile up. You know, can I see in front of me? Can I stop in enough time? Do I have enough self control to control as much as I can? When I think about speaking in front of a crowd, a lot of times I speak fast and I try to be sound witty with it because I fear, since no one ever listens to me in my life, that I am going to lose the crowd. So I got to keep going and keep going fast. Talking Thrash is the only place that I can really calm down and get my thoughts together and not worry about, if I'm keeping a crowd. Because if you're watching right now, I've kept you and thank you. Please like and subscribe. In the midst of that driving, all I can think about was, I have to get there. I got to get there. And in order for me to get there, I had to be safe. And my safety was more about everybody else on the road who also was in a rush to get to wherever they were going so that we can live to tell about it. My safety was, I do not want to die in a car crash pileup rushing to go see my best friend to celebrate my birthday. because all I can think about was the moment. The moment. The yes, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. That. We got to be safe to get there. We can't rush everything. In the midst of fear, we have to stop, look, listen to your heart and what says the. We got to stop and listen and think about, what have I done before that didn't work? What can I do now that works? In the midst of it, it comes with discipline, precision, and no fear. We can't be fearful because we have to get through life. We have to face our fear, whatever that is. Your fear of going back to school, your fear of applying for that job, your fear of doing the interview. I know I fear those a lot. Your fear of speaking in front of a crowd. Everybody didn't grow up with you, so they don't know in your house what's funny. But as long as you stay yourself, you will always be received and hilarious. The reason why I brought up fear is because there is a time in my life where I have to really face the things that has haunted me since childhood that I have not had time to face. Therapy is great, but therapy can't do everything. They're going to give you the tools you need and you have to go do the work. And with that work comes facing the fear. And the fear, once we get through it, the fear is not that bad. Yes, there's pain. Yes, there's anxiety and anguish, uncertainty, uncomfortable, all of that. Disgusting sometimes. We can't let fear take us out. The people in the world are reacting out of fear. They're doing racist things because they fear. Black men have been unalived because of fear. People have been called the cops on because of fear. Teachers dismiss and try to diagnose students because of fear. That person didn't give you the chance to work at that company because of fear. Because they knew not only would you come and play the game, but you also would level up. And that's going to be past what they actually want to do. They're fearful. They're scared that you might be on their level and beyond, and they don't want to lose their position. All of the aggression we have in the corporate world, it doesn't come from being a boss. It comes from being fearful. Fearful that I feel like I'm entitled for this position, and at any given moment, without my intellect, without my experience, without my reasonable brain, I am fearful that I will lose this position. All of it, the world reacts on fear. And if we can just take a step back and not be fearful, but be more visionary, be okay with inviting people to your space and sharing with them how to move forward. Share with them your fears. You never know. Y'all might be scared of the same damn thing. I'm not going to let fear take over my life because I have a full life to live. Fear is about a good 3 seconds of the outcome of the situation. The problem is we give fear way more space. And so we worry, we talk about it, we think about it. What is anxiety? 50% of it is true, 50% is not. We focus on the 50% that's not true or hasn't even happened yet. And I just want to say, the minute that this world is less fearful, we become more loving and more human. Speaking of human, thank you for all the birthday wishes. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Zet St. Charles. Thank you for inspiring me. Also, thank you for liking and subscribing because, listen, when it comes to this thing that I'm trying to do, Talking Thrash, I call it a podcast, whatever, I'm not afraid of y'all. Y'all ain't got to like and subscribe. I bet you I get rotation. I bet you I'm not fearful of what happens because I'm ready. So I'm going to go in here and give myself some healing and elevate my foot as I should be doing in this big, ugly boot, and not be afraid of what is going to happen. I also have to face a fear that feels invasive in my life. And at some point, we have to conquer it. All right, listen, y'all know who I am outside of Creative Gamify Kai. I'm a man of my word, a universal cat, partially healed, kind of saved. I love you. I love your mama. And I want you to lead in confidence and fear nothing. Because you could be like, I'm a real G. You ain't a real nothing if you fear the next move. Remember that. Your next move is the best move as long as it's not made out of fear. All right. All right. I will be back on here talking thrash. I love you and your mama. Take care. Also face that fear because it's ready to face you. Bye.